Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, January 12th. My date on there is wrong. Today, you guys are going to organize all of your note cards that you found during research so that you can start working on your outline. So the first thing that we need to do is look at this organized note cards slideshow. So when you're organizing your note cards, the first thing, sorry. The first thing that you need to do is look through your note cards and color code them for each main point. So to do this, look through your note cards, figure out which ones best fit into background information, which ones best fit into the controversy part of your presentation, and which ones you think would best fit into the implications part, or what kinds of impacts that had on society. You're going to put a different color on your card for each different spot. So I might put all of my background notes in yellow and all of my controversy notes in pink and all of my implications notes in green. So just make highlights on them somewhere. You could just highlight the source to color code so that you know exactly which note cards you should be looking at when you start doing your outline. So it's important to remember that you are creating a speaking outline. So for your speaking outline, there are certain spots where you're only limited to 5 key words per line. So you cannot write out your whole speech word for word. The only parts that you can write out fully are your evidence and whatever citations you need for that. The reason that I don't want you to write it out word for word is because then you end up just reading right off of it, and that's not a good way to present. So when you are doing your presentation, you can definitely say more than 5 words in that spot, but you can only have 5 words written down to help you remember what you want to say. Here's a student example. So for this, they have just 5 words that are going to help them remember what they want to say. So their evidence they have completely written out, but everything else is just 5 words. So make sure that you are not completely writing out your entire presentation. So to do this easily, I have put things into an order for you so that you can easily do this. Sometimes people try and start their outlines by doing the attention device first, then the link, then the thesis, and they just go through from top to bottom. Doing that, though, is actually going to make it a lot harder, because how do you write a setup for a piece of evidence that you haven't chosen yet? So doing it in this order is going to be way more helpful. So first thing, make a copy of the outline. There is an outline right here, so just click on it, make a copy, and then you're ready to rock. Make sure that you rename it. First thing, write your thesis. This you can write out in full. So your thesis should be the book, and then put in your book title, is important to history and should be available to readers because blank. So put in your because after that so that we understand why. If you want to change the word history to society, or is important to the world, or is important for people to read, that can be replaced. Then you're going to write a preview statement. So your preview statement tells us what your 3 main points should be. This is important because we need to understand, before you get into the body of your speech, we need to understand what things you're going to be talking about so that we can kind of follow you and understand your ideas. So you're going to tell us what your 3 main points are going to be. And of course, you guys are talking about the background, the controversy, and the impacts that the book had, or that removing the book had. So you'll say something like, today we will be talking about, and then you'll give us your 3 main points. Today we will be talking about the background of the author and the book, whatever your book title is. We will look at the controversy surrounding this book, and then look at what impacts this book and the controversy surrounding it had. Then you should go through and put in your topic sentences. So they should go in this order. Your first topic sentence should be about the background information and summary of the book. This can include background information about the author. Then your second body paragraph is what made the book controversial and where was it challenged. And then thirdly, the lasting impact on history, society, community, students. Make sure that you're including transitions so that you can get from one body paragraph to the next smoothly and they seem like they all go together. Then after you're done doing your topic sentences, then you'll go and place your research. So go back to your note cards, look at how you color coded them, find an evidence that backs up your thinking. So your evidence should come directly from your note cards. You also need to make sure that you verbally cite your sources. So to do this, you are going to include the author, the source, and the title of the article. If you don't have an author, you can skip that part. So this might sound something like this. So you can see here that it says, in the article, Democratic drive to impeach Trump after Capitol siege speeds ahead. So we have our article title. From Reuters, this is our source. Authors David Morgan and Richard Cohen explain the House will vote on Tuesday on a resolution calling on Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment that allows the cabinet to strip the president of power. So we have our verbal citation there so that we know where our information came from. We also need to put in a parenthetical citation. So my authors are Morgan and Cohen. And then the period will go there. So that's what your evidence should look like, and that's how you should cite it so that you can make sure that you're telling your audience where your information is coming from so that it's cited correctly so that you can avoid plagiarism stuff. It also helps build your credibility. People are going to believe you more if they can see and hear that you got this information from somewhere, you're not just making it up. Then you're going to go through, after your evidence is all placed, you need to explain your reasons. So how does this evidence help you show that your thesis is true? How does it help you show that this book is important and that it should be read and available to people to read? Then lastly, you're going to conclude your point. So restate why that point supports your thesis. Remember, concluding your point is basically like just your topic sentence again. You're wrapping up your entire paragraph. Then when you're done with all of your main points, then you should go through and do your intro and your conclusion. So finish the intro to your attention device and your link, and then finish your conclusion, which would be restating your thesis and your significance. Then you're done. When you're done with your outline, then you have to start practicing. So we're going to be working on your outlines all of this week, and then next week we'll start practicing and getting your presentations together. So this is due Friday at 11:59 p.m. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you need any help. Have a good day.